I'm working on some of my stuff when it comes to my case or whatever. And it's so funny to see the algorithm on my burner phone versus my T-Mobile phone. It's so funny. I try to use my burner phone as much as I can, but it's really wonky too. But the algorithm is by far, bar none, different. And so that in itself is facting. You know, it came to me when I had to go run an errand. And, you know, life is designed for us to enjoy it, for us to be at peace, for us to be happy, for us to laugh and cry and make experiences, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Like, it's designed for that, right? And during your spiritual awakening or your rebirthing into your higher self, like you have a low vibration, you have a high vibration, right? We all do. But the problem is they teach us how to move in low vibration. That's what they teach us. They teach us in the school system. They teach us in the propaganda of news, movies, and things like that. That's what they teach us. That's the conform, because they know when we're moving in our lowest vibration, they have control of us, right? And I say control of us, meaning you don't walk with emotional intelligence. You walk with insecurities. You battle unworthy issues. You battle not loving yourself. You battle unhealed childhood wounds. You battle addictions. You battle conformity of social conditionings. I mean, it's a laundry list of things, and those are the things that you battle when you're moving at your lower vibration, right? And when you move over into your higher vibration, for entertainment purposes only, is when you start kind of intertangling your duality within you, recognizing in order for suffering, you wouldn't see the light. Without pain, you wouldn't find power. You wouldn't walk through all the different difficulties of life, meaning every hardship that you walk through was created for you to walk through that, for you to gain different things within that hardship, depending on what that hardship is: a breakup, a divorce, a separation from companies, a change of career fields, a change of path, things like that. Like, you fill in the blanks for what fits with you. Take away with what resonates. When I make my videos, it's one of those things, take away with what resonates, but for me, I've come to realize that, like, my highest self, my higher self, meaning my inner knowing, my inner understanding, that self, that inner talk, inner dialogue that I had going on in my head my entire life, I've always had inner dialogue inside my head, but I just didn't listen to it. You see, I didn't listen to it. Why? Because I was allowing the conditions of the world to control my thoughts, control my feelings, control my worthiness, control my unconditional love, not only for myself, but for others, right? But all the while, I have that self-dialogue inside my head, which is your higher self, right? And your conscience, which generally runs alongside your Christ conscience. I hope this video is going to make 333 on the clock. I hope this video is going to make sense, right? Because your higher self, truthfully, your higher self runs alongside emotional intelligence, learning to pick your battles, recognize that there's just things that are outside of your control, and how you learn to flow with life. You find the duality within yourself of what's important, what you're passionate for. Like, my passion is, I just love making these videos and sharing things that come to me that I know people are battling. But they just don't want to talk about, and I know I'm called to, so I do. And I know it doesn't make sense to a lot of people, and it fluffers a lot of feathers, and I understand that, I get that, but it's all a part of it. When you can't be boxed in and molded, yeah, you're going to get, fluffered. You're going to get monetized, and so it came to me on my way home. I'm like, well, if I'm in a place in my life now where where people are, stealing my ideas and making money and, doing things like that on the back end, well, he designed it that way, and maybe they need it more than I do, right? And so, like, Spirit, God, the Most High Source, like, they just help me, like, think through things like that. Because obviously nobody likes their ideas to be copied. You know what I mean? No, and I shouldn't say that. I mean, I'm here for whatever. I don't mind my ideas being copied. The problem I have is like just sharing is caring, man. Share the wealth. Share the wealth. If you are in a position in life where you're like siphoning other people's energies and you're taking their ideas and you're making money and profiting off that, why wouldn't you share with them? You know, or like have a conversation with somebody and like, hey, I really like this idea. Let's work together and collaborate. You know, like, I don't know, whatever happened to that? Collaborating. That's what I'm saying. Everything is so divided. There's so much division. There's not unity. In my world, I run on unity. One love. Unconditional love. And so because I recognize the mechanisms that follow me, I just pick my battles. I pick my battles and what I allow in my energy and in my head to take me in a negative place. And because I always lean towards my highest self, it generally moves me through. But it is hard. It's not an easy road. It's not an easy road, man. Spirit and God and the Most High sit me down all day, every day. You know, heavy hitters. You got a heavy purpose. You got a heavy calling. It comes with heavy hitters. You stand against the grain. It comes with heavy hitters. It just does. And you have to just take it, you know, one step at a time, one day at a time, one breath at a time. You know, it also came to me earlier when I was thinking about my podcast and just all the different technical difficulties I have in reference to like, I mean, just yesterday when I did the live with Tay, I mean, nearly like 50-60% of the stuff I said, you can't even hear it because they glitched it, right? Like, and on my end, it sounded perfectly fine. So, I mean, you put two and two together. You can say one thing, but the reality is a reality, right? And so, but then at the same time, I'm like, okay, well, I am a slow burn for sure. I am definitely a tortoise. Like, I'm not in any kind of hurry. I'm not in any kind of hurry. Why? Because I don't chase clout. I don't chase fame. I don't chase none of that. Actually, I want nothing to do with that, quite frankly, because I see the grossness in it. And I just want nothing to do with it. Again, to each to their own, no judgment here, you know, stay on your side and, you know, I'll send you love and light and throw you Hail Marys. But, you know, I just stand different. I walk different. And you can hate me for it. That's fine. I don't hate you for how you walk, but I recognize that we're not aligned. There's a difference, right? When you recognize you're just not aligned with someone, you're not aligned with some career field, you're not aligned with people, XYZ, and it's okay. It's okay. You can still recognize that you're not aligned, but not send hate, not be judging. You just recognize that like we're just moving in two different directions. So I love you. Thank you for the experience and, you know, nothing but love and light and forgiveness and go on your merry way. But no, people just always feel better having a chip on their shoulders. But when you have chips on your shoulders, it weighs you down. It weighs you down. And again, mark that today. July 19th at 12:48. I'm gonna start doing that because when I start seeing these things on my TikTok, because that was a good one. You got chips on your shoulders, it's gonna weigh you down. Man, I gotta quit with I'm saying, I crack myself up. I know people will be, man, I swear, some of the stuff that come out of my mouth, I just don't know. Anyways, that's July 19th at 12:48, you know? But that's the truth. If you carry chips on your shoulders, they gonna weigh you down, right? Pick your battles and figure out what's aligned to you, what's important to you, and figure out what kind of life is gonna be enjoyable for you. What does peace look like in your life? And for me, peace looks like just being able to walk through the day like I do with nature and God and the reality of what surrounds me, but still feel completely blessed because I know that He surrounds me, source and spirit, and my family's healthy, I'm healthy, I have food, I have water. There's a lot of people that don't even have water. You know, so many different things. That's what makes me happy. That's what makes me joyful. But anyways, I love you guys. I hope you have a great day. I just wanted to put a quick video out there. Love you.